Hi guys, this is going to be animes that have influenced me, except for I'm trying to crunch together 3 shows into one video, so let's see how this goes. The first anime that I'm going to mention is Inuyasha, and I'm mentioning this one because I'm going to consider this to be, like, one of the more earlier shows that I bothered watching as a kid. So, the main shows, like animes that I watched as a child, was Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, and also Death Note. And Death Note was, like, recommended by my best friend at the time, who is still my best friend, and if she's watching this, hey. And, but the way that Inuyasha influenced me, firstly, I'm going to say how I got into it. I got into it through recommendations of, older siblings, and we would sit down and watch it together. And it's a really good anime. It's got this really cool, like, storyline and everything. So it's really easy to get into, really fun. Recommend if you've never watched it, please watch it. But it influenced me and my best friend at the time so much that we actually sat down and made original characters before I even knew what having an OC even meant. I cannot remember the names of them. I don't remember what they looked like or nothing like that. But we came up with these characters and had inserted them, into the story somehow. I can't remember that either, so. But the only thing I remember 100% was, like, in the storyline thing that we had going, the two of us were, like, sisters. That's obvious, probably. So, it influenced me in the way that I realized that, first of all, you could even do that, even put original characters into writing, like insert yourself into a story. I hadn't even thought of that, so at 10 and 11 years old, we're sitting here talking about this show and all that good stuff, so it would be only natural that we would come up with our own original characters. I think at some point we probably did that with Naruto, but I cannot think right now on that. And so it kind of influenced writing and stuff like that for me, I guess, or like coming up with creative ideas. So appreciate that. And it made me and her bond, so that's pretty rad too. Now the second anime that I'm going to talk a little bit about is going to be My Hero Academia, which is a newer one. But the reason that I wanted to mention this one is My Hero was the first anime that I had bothered to, like, buy one wig specifically for a character, being Deku. He's the first character that I even bothered to buy, like, one wig that's, like, specific to him, no one else. And I just thought that was kind of cool. So it influenced my cosplays and all that good stuff. I also love the characters. They're really fun and really, like, colorful. The art style is really nice. It's just a really good anime that I recommend that everyone out there take a look at because it's good. I'm also going to recommend these animes too, by the way. As I mention them, I'm going to, like, recommend them. I'm trying to think, like, there's so many shows and stuff that influence the way that I am the way that I am. So I'm trying to think of, like, ones that I haven't covered. Oh, I know a big one, like a really big one that has been super influential over me. Well, here recently, over the past couple of years, because I just got into it, is Jojo's Bizarre Adventures. Now, I love this anime because it is, like, nothing I have ever watched before, and I have watched all kinds of different shows. I have never seen an anime like this. Stylistically, um, just content wise, I don't think I've seen one to match this one. And a lot of people look at it and think that it's kind of weird, and I will agree that it is kind of weird, but it's really good. Like, it's a really good storyline. Recommend if you can get over the fact that like 17, 18, 16-year-old children are huge buff bodybuilders that look like they would be wrestlers from the WWE, then go for it. It's a good show. It's also really funny. I think it's funny anyway. There's parts of it that's funny. And then it always does like this weird thing where you think it's going to go one direction and then it just like ends up going the other, and you're just left there like, I never thought of that. What the world? Especially the young Joseph Joestar arc. I can't think of what it's called right now, like the proper name for it, but you think he's going to do one thing, but he ends up doing something else. So, I recommend that one. But it was influential in, like, I guess, like, meme culture, but also my own meme culture. So, like, every time you see something, it's like, is that a JoJo reference? Like, that's the joke, you know? So, it's kind of dumb. It's not, that one's not super, like, heartfelt. Like, oh, I started off watching this when I was a child. That was just like, oh, it's really funny and, like, meme worthy. I'm just taking a look at the posters I have on the wall and see if there's any other shows that I want to mention. I think that is pretty much that for animes that have influenced me. A lot of the times when I watch an anime, I will pick up little things from it, whether it be someone that I want to cosplay, some kind of joke, quotes, even like fashion or like art styles. Sometimes I'll try to mimic the art style of the anime. So really, anime as a whole has influenced me, like as a whole thing. But I thought it would be fun to kind of break down each show and tell you guys why, like, I enjoy it, like what it influenced in my life. I think this is really interesting. I would love to hear other people what shows that they started off watching, like when you were a kid, like what was the anime that got you into anime, and like what's your favorites right now, how they have influenced you, why are they your favorites. So if you want to comment any of that, feel free to do that below in the comment section. Also, in my description, I'm going to leave all the links to all my social media accounts so you can get a hold of me. They're all, except for my Twitter and Tumblr, they should all be under the same name as my YouTube now. I try to make it one thing so everybody could find me. And if you've not subscribed, please do that. I could use the support. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go, and again, if you got any questions, feel free to comment them below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.